Oh, I'm on my commute in to work. 376, heading into Pittsburgh, and like usual, there's an accident because people in Pittsburgh are shitty ass drivers. Sorry, Pittsburgh, love you, but it's the truth. That's like barely an accident. That was fairly quick. Usually when there's an accident here, this backs up for miles from the tunnel all the way out. It's terrible. It's a beautiful Tuesday here. It's like freaking 90 degrees out in September, end of September, which is just ridiculous. For those of you who've never been to Pittsburgh before, it's a great city with some really fantastic views, but the one part of it that really sucks ass is the traffic. And yes, every city has their own issues with traffic, it's all bad, but the problem with Pittsburgh's traffic is there is a 2-lane highway going into the city on each side of it, on all ends of it. It's just, if you're going east to west, 376 is the main route going in and out of the city. It's 2 lanes whole way in. Oh, and there's tunnels that you have to go through. There's a tunnel into the city and a tunnel out of the city. There's something with tunnels and people people slow the fuck down whenever they go into a tunnel. It's like a tunnel's approaching, everyone slams on the brakes, and we have to go 35 miles an hour, and we get really slow going into it because it's scary or whatever the hell the reason is, and then we come out of it going 60 miles an hour. It makes absolutely zero sense. And that's typical for here. Like, it happens all the time. In the mornings, this lane is backed up all the way from here. It's backed up 5 miles easily, and it's just slow moving, way slower than what we are here. But on a bike, it's great. This is where I wish that lane splitting was legalized in all states, every state. Like right now there needs to be lane splitting, because in this bumper to bumper traffic, people are on their cell phones, they're not paying the fuck attention to what's going on. You're on a bike and then all of a sudden you get rear-ended because you have to sit and stop and go traffic. Where instead I could just cut through all this center shit right now and wouldn't have any issues. Moving over, is that important to you? Why is everybody moving over? Fine, go ahead. Make room for me, please. Excuse me, sir with long female hair that's on your phone. Let's move. But back to this. See how traffic is coming in and out? See, traffic on that side shouldn't even be this backed up, but it's backed up because there was an accident on this side, so everyone is freaking rubbernecking, looking over saying, oh my god, what's going on? And now they're all backed up. They're coming out of the city. There should be no reason why the traffic on this side is backed up, but it's typical. It's typical Pittsburgh traffic, typical Pittsburgh behavior. So here we are, literally about to come right into the tunnel. Everybody's slowing down. You see the brake lights ahead. It's ridiculous. We're gonna come to almost a complete stop coming into the tunnel, and then we're gonna poke through and then out the other side. Just about every day there's vehicles pulled over right here before the tunnel that they've all smashed into somebody else, and I mean, it's a terrible place to drive. Either that or just the drivers are terrible, which is probably a little bit of both. But it's pretty cool at nighttime coming through the tunnels here. It's just a cool little feeling to have, especially being on a bike. And if I had an exhaust right now, I'd probably be that obnoxious asshole I used to on my Harley. I used to come through and just rev the shit out of it, just because I could. And that it wasn't even bad coming into here. It's going to be even worse trying to go back out of the city, because it is 5 after 4 and work's starting to let out. People are leaving, heading out, and it's just there's just all these little veins that come into the road, to the main artery of the road, and it just backs up, and it goes from 3 lanes and it cuts down to 2 right away, and then there's people trying to merge on from side streets, and it's just a real shit of a concept. You know, Pittsburgh when it was designed, when it was built back in the day, is built at the, you know, there's anybody that remembers sports from back in the day, it used to be the old Three Rivers Stadium, which were the 3 rivers that came together at the confluence of where the stadium was, and that's just it. The city has 3 rivers that run to and through it, and so therefore you're limited on room. You know, they decided to build tunnels to come in and out of the city. I mean, look at the traffic leaving out here. I used to get stuck in this traffic, and it was horrible. And heaven forbid that there be an accident one day. You're stuck for hours. But the city wasn't designed to handle the volume of traffic that it has now. They've run out of room to build roads, and I mean, this should be at least, I mean, here this portion widens in 3 lanes on both sides, but it should be 3 lanes all the way through. It would help traffic immensely, but not here. I found that it's best coming up to this part right here, and actually I'm surprised as shit the traffic is not near as bad as what it is. But normally you got to get all the way into the right lane here, bypass everything, and at the last minute try to find somebody sleeping and cut back in the left lane so you could go across Fort Pitt Bridge and out the Fort Pitt Tunnel. But as long as we're on this and it's wide open, wow, I am surprised. I'm eating my own words. Traffic is normally backed all the way up to there. So this is pretty kick-ass today. I like it. But I am gonna pass everybody. I'm not gonna stay in this. There's a jail. Wave to the inmates. Hi, inmates. It's a county jail. Oh, it gets hot. All this traffic. Hope there's not a lot of bugs on my GoPro. My face shield is just splattered with freaking tiny bugs. Sort of. It's a little homeless area. They take it over and they just bring in more shit and it just piles up. Pretty soon then the city comes along and then they kick them all out and they take all their shit and throw it away. Or whatever it is that they do. One thing I love about being on the bike is you can just wait till the very last minute and move over. Perfect. So today was a light day getting through here. Normally it's backed up another mile or so, and it's just a pain in the ass. Now across Fort Pitt Bridge out the other side and back heading west. So that's it. That's what it's like to have to commute through 2 tunnels every day. Today wasn't bad, but it's been worse. So I gotta finish this out, get to work, get something to eat. It's gonna be a long ass night. Been up all day, but it is what it is. So I can actually hear my chain echoing off this center little freaking barriers here. I gotta get into freaking exhaust. That's ridiculous. Uh-oh. Oh my god, it's so hot. Fuck. Bleh. Bleh. Why are you braking? Oh, I hate traffic. Subscribe to my channel, guys. If you got any questions about the bike, anything at all, hit me up in the comments below. So, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end this now, guys. See you again. Peace.